Hey, it's Roger. I'm on location at Cresswind Wesley Chapel with my broker partner, Rodney Jones. We're excited about something this Memorial Day weekend. What is it?
Well, Roger, you know, Cresswind Wesley Chapel here didn't wait for buyers to come. They went ahead and started homes, and right now they released 6 available homes that are ready now.
Well, and the cool thing is, you have one of several buttons. Your button might be, hey, my kids just found out they were pregnant, and the wife, grandma, turned to grandpa and said, we're going to Charlotte. That's one thing. Another one is you're retiring, you're ready to roll, and maybe you're a year out, and you know, Rodney can help you. We can help with a to-be-built, a dirt product. You know, you build from dirt. But the other side of that coin is, Rodney, what are the advantages of something that's ready now?
Well, ready now, Roger, means you can move right in a brand spanking new home. Maybe this is Memorial Day weekend, so maybe you're down visiting the kids, you thought about moving. You can certainly come and see one of the plans that's already built that maybe even you might want to build, because they have several homes for models, but they don't have all of them. You know, we've got another client who's looking at one of the homes here, and because they have one finished, it's helping them decide, do they want that one or do they want to build from ground up?
Well, I remember when you had some folks come, oh, wait a minute, there's the amenity center.
Roger, you know, Cresswind Wesley Chapel is hitting full stride right now, because look at this place, man, unbelievable. And I know they're getting ready to open, and I'll tell you, they did a lot of research before they built this. For example, they put a lot of emphasis on pickleball, which has become a wildly popular sport.
Well, we have more pickleball courts. I say we because my wife and I chose this neighborhood. Right there, 12 pickleball courts, baby. See, look at that trilogy. Look at that imagery. Hey, by the way, I wanted to just say again, back to your point about seeing something that's already up or seeing a model. Not every home has a model. Most of them do. But you remember, was it Wayne and Kelly that they were out looking? It was like 3 days, bam, 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 and you and I decided, let's go shoot that one floor plan called was it the Nicole?
Yeah, the Nicole, and that's what they ended up building. And you know, we came out and walked lots. I can remember when all of this was dirt. The good news is Cresswind's got plenty of more home sites on the way, but the fact that they're, you know, building homes now, Roger, and you know my famous question, why would anyone want to build a home when they have homes ready now?
Right.
And you know, if you've built before, then you certainly understand what's involved in it. But I'll tell you, the ease and just stepping into a brand new home turnkey that's probably 90% of what you're looking for anyway, because guess what? The people who make selections on the home, they listen and pay attention to what most buyers are putting in the home.
That's true. And we're coming up on this beautiful street called Waldorf on a couple of houses here that I've got video tours of. Stick around to the end to see some of those. And Rodney, you and I are excited about looking at this inventory closely today. We're going to shoot one or two and get a real good feel. But the cool thing is, if you're watching this video and you think a summer 2024 move could be right for you, then you definitely want to call me. Number one, I could go in and shoot a full motion video tour of any of these homes. Number two, and really in any neighborhood in the greater Charlotte area, both sides of the North Carolina, South Carolina line. But Rodney could go in with a FaceTime for you, you know, like post haste, and give you a really good feel. And as he said, especially if you're going to, let's go down Lake Como down there. There's some new dirt down there to the right here. It's pretty well built out. But what's cool is these lots down here are some of the bigger home sites, like that can build a Sydney on. A lot of these were restricted. Hey guys, I am really excited about this. Rodney, you've had some great success in here with some of your clients, right?
You know, I have, Roger, and I'll tell you, you and I have a closing next week. You talked about me doing a FaceTime or a Zoom call on my phone, and that's exactly what we did for a client. They came to visit, so they got to see the community. However, the home they were looking for wasn't yet on the market. They went back to where they live, and then I did a video FaceTime, and because they were familiar with the community, they went ahead and contracted.
Wow.
Kind of sight unseen, but you know, and the great thing about Roger Holloway, the marketing genius, is he went in and videoed the home. So guess guess what that means? They can watch it over and over again. They could show it to relatives. Just a great tool.
Yeah, we love it. And the way we do it is, let's say you identify one of these houses today. I could go shoot a video tour, and we'll hold it for a couple of days so that you can make up your mind. And if you just said, hey, I don't like the backyard, or I don't like the kitchen cabinets, you know what's funny about that, Rodney? You know my story. We were ready to move. In fact, that's the elevation of the house that we bought. That's not the house, but that's the elevation of the page.
Now hold on, Roger, I got a question. Did you build a home, or did you buy one already built?
I bought one that was halfway done. And you know what's really kind of interesting about that is that I wouldn't have chosen that elevation.
Right.
And my wife ended up wanting to change out the flooring.
Well, and apparently there was some other things you would not have chosen on the home, because unusually Roger and his wife went in and made some personal choices after they got installed on his home. But the point of that is, you know, it's two questions. Would the builder have done that? No, because they already either ordered materials or had them installed. But Roger Holloway said that doesn't mean it can't be done, and
right.
He and his wife went in and made some changes on it.
Well, you know, I shot a house up at Encore at Streamside, which competes really with this, the David Weekley, and they got a lot back there that's just magnificent, and several to-be-built lots. That house is in the 900s, Rodney, but somebody's going to buy that and say, this is my last house. I'm going out with my toes up in the air. So price-wise, we're at $615 to $715,
yeah,
right?
And you beat me to the punch. I was going to say, you know, here, these 6 available homes are in the, you know, low 6s up into the low 7s, predominantly in the 6s though. And, you know, square footages, a little over 2,100.
Really, 3 bedrooms, most of them.
Yeah, and you know, brand spanking new under warranty. Now, Roger, I'm going to pause and talk a minute about Coulter Homes and Coulter Experience. Most all of my clients, and I've sold several Coulter homes. In fact, we just had a client close about 3 weeks ago at the Gentry at Lake Wiley, and in the end, everyone is usually very pleased and very satisfied with the service. You know, it's really two things. It's the experience and the product. So,
yeah.
And Coulter does a nice job on that. I can attest to that.
Again, same with me, and I live in one. Here's a cool thing too about Rodney's funny line. We joke about it all the time. Why would anybody want to build a house from the dirt up if they can find something that's already available? And here's the thing about it. Somebody said, well, I'm waiting for the rates, or I'm waiting for my retirement. Think about buying now and freezing the pricing, because this neighborhood has momentum. I think they're about a third of the way done of their 600 plus homes, and the prices, they ain't going down. And here's the cool thing about buying one of these 6 houses that Rodney and I happen to know about. And again, if you're ready for a summer move, 2024, especially if you can move by the end of June, I mean, these houses are going to get snapped up, because we're marketing definitely hard. We want to help get nice people in the neighborhood. But Rodney, here's a point I was going to make, that if you contract from dirt, you know the structural prices, you know the everything except the selections. And I know that's frustrated a few people because they don't know exactly how much the end price is going to be. With one of these, you know exactly what the end price is.
Well, and there's a lot of value to that, Roger, especially if we go back to, in recent years, material costs went up, and builders now are willing to lock in that price, and the home may not be done for 8 months or so.
Right.
And, you know, prices go up. Guess who's going to absorb that increase? Well, the builder is, because they contracted on it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, Roger, you mentioned something about people that want to wait, and I've had people that want to wait, and guess what happens while they're waiting?
Well,
the prices are going up.
But exactly.
And listen, I talked to some of the builders and builder managers about pricing, and I see these guys out here working, and here was one of the builders told me. He said, well, let's see, Rodney, material costs are not going down, and these trades that are out here are not coming to us and saying, hey, we'll work for less. Right. So they're not lowering prices.
Right.
I mean, prices are where they are.
So guys, whether you're building from dirt or buying a spec, either here or any other neighborhood in the greater Charlotte area, or if you have a house to list to right size, not downsize, right size, or move up, whether you're 55 plus, we do a lot of that, or otherwise. Rodney Jones is your guy. He's my number one guy.
And Roger, let me just...
Did you just interrupt me?
I'm sorry, I did.
I was touting your praises.
I appreciate that, but listen, it's imperative to reach out to Roger Holloway or me first, because the builders have gotten really strict, and understandably so, about having clients registered prior to going into the sales center.
Right.
Keep in mind, the on-site rep, as polite as they are, and they're going to give you a drink and a snack, and they're your best friend, but at the end of the day, they work for and represent the seller. The good news is, right now, while we're shooting this video, our commission, my commission, is built into their marketing budget, so you are not paying extra to have my services.
Yeah.
And so make sure you reach out to one of us
He interrupted
first.
me. I can't
I
believe it.
apologize. I had to get it out. I'm getting to the age where I have to get it out before I lose the thought.
This is my channel, man. All right, guys. Get a pen, 704-345-3400, 704-345-3400. Never reach out to this builder or any builder until you have a buyer agent on your team. And believe me, there are many moving parts to a transaction like this. So call me, 704-345-3400, or if you want to reach out directly to Rodney, don't be put off if he doesn't answer his phone, because he does about 50% of the time for me, because he's out working hard. I mean, he's out attending inspections and working with buyers and helping people on listings. But you could call him directly at 704-20. I don't remember your number.
202-7460. 704-202-7460. You could call or text.
I know. He interrupted me again. 704-202-7460. Now we're getting ready to go tour a home or two that is available for a quick move, especially if you can move by the end of June. These are great for you, and that might be your button to get here. You know, the old saying, you know, pack up the babies, bring the old ladies, or as we sometimes say, grandpa get grandma and come on down, the kids are here.